Welcome back to HBO Girls Rewatch.
I'm Amelia.
And I'm Evan, and we're covering Season 2, Episode 4. It's a shame about Ray.
It is a shame about Ray.
We are so excited. We're going to kind of have I'm so excited about our guest today. I've been following them for literally forever before. It's like my memory started and I followed them the same day.
Right. You kind of gained object permanence and we're like, hit that follow.
It's so sick. You can... Oh, we'll plug to Instagram, of course.
You're having a panic attack, Evan.
I always get nervous at this part.
I've never seen you like this.
I'm just so excited. Okay, come on, Ashwagandha. You can follow them. You got Lauren. Okay, wait, one more time. Oh
you gotta check out Lauren's Servideo on Instagram. If you're not already following, you're gonna need to follow ASAP Rocky.
They have amazing characters like Anubis, who is like this influencer vampire who's gonna make you chuckle your little head off. Your new character, Greg Finkel, the rat lobbyist, hilarious. The way you can control your voice, I've never heard someone do it like that. Okay.
Nobody's doing it like
that.
that.
No one's giving it. Give it up for Lauren.
Woo! It's a shame about Ray.
It's a
shame about Ray.
I've never heard a title so far has not been named with this tone.
We need to talk about Ray.
It's like he's not even that big in this episode.
Yeah,
he's
that's
C-plot. He's C-plot.
That was my thing. I was kind of like, oh crap, they're gonna give me a Ray episode. I like Ray as a character.
No,
I like Ray.
I
do.
Ray, so.
Ray. I mean,
I'm in purgatory.
Yeah, I'm in purgatory. We're in purgatory with Ray. But then it didn't. I'm glad it didn't turn into I don't like it. I actually, and you know what was cool about this? This was an Adam-free episode. I did so bad.
No,
I really liked just the girls plus
Charlie?
No, I mean Charlie's fine. Oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? Andrew Rannells.
Elijah.
10 seconds of Elijah.
Well, that opening scene was really powerful.
That was when this is when she's leaving.
She's getting kicked out.
Yeah, he's getting kicked out. He bodies every time that he's on that talk about
star power.
Yeah, it really is star power.
He left Broadway and he's like, I'm ready to make some money.
It's chewing scenery is what they call that. Like every time his delivery of so many lines just throughout the entire show, he just never fails. Yeah. I like the one where they club. I know we're talking about this episode specifically.
No.
And then
if you guys didn't catch last week's episode where we covered them at the club, here's a quick
when he was like, when did you eat beef jerky?
No,
it was perfect.
Literally.
It was perfect. Everything he does is perfect. So I was a little bummed. Like he came, he packed, he left.
Yeah.
And he didn't come back, but it's okay because it was like
it leaves us wanting more.
This to me felt like the real ethos of a girls episode. Like it was a girl. There was a Regina Spektor song.
The Regina Spektor song.
There was Wonderwall.
There was Wonderwall at the end. That was one of my favorite. That I forgot that it ended with. I've seen each girls episode probably 3 times. I've gone through the whole series 3 times.
What does Wonderwall mean to you? You don't have to answer. It's a trap question.
No. That's a good question. What does it mean to me? Well, my most recent memory, my sister married a South African man who studied abroad nope, that's not true. He did not study abroad. When he moved here, he lived with an English family and made a bunch of English friends. And at my sister's wedding in December, they put on Wonderwall. And I don't know that many English people, that many British people. Yeah. And it came on and dude, it was like the house came down. They were fucking screaming at the top of their lungs. It was insane.
No,
it was
they went
insane.
To
and it changed. You know where you've I've known that song my whole life.
Yeah.
As long as I've had memory. And then all of a sudden, it was like the meaning shifted for me. Right. It was like that's the memory that's tied to the song right now.
Oh, no, it's perfect.
And so then it came here again, and it was like another ending. That is probably now my second favorite ending to the one when Marnie, I think it's season 1, when Marnie and Lena are dancing in the room to Robin. It's unreal.
That's
Unreal.
unreal.
I mean that
You
like
can't talk.
I don't know anybody who isn't like profoundly changed by that scene.
Because I was like I was saying before we started to record, like I was close in age to them as the show was unfolding,
Right.
and so I remember them dancing with my best friend Grace to that song.
Oh
Like
my
it just,
God.
it was crazy.
We do
It
that
just-
once a week. When Amelia will come to
Yeah.
my door, she'll play that song. We're dancing behind the door. We're doing.
We're dancing
on our
behind the door.
own.
We're dancing on our own.
Yeah, but together.
We are together.
It's so
But
cute.
yeah, but I don't want to jump to the ending because we're at the beginning.
No,
No.
we're at the beginning. Let's start.
Elijah's out.
Let's start with where were you when Girls came out? What was happening?
Oh my god! What was that? 2010,
2012.
2012. Oh my gosh! So
But you got the first release.
I had first. This was also my history with Gossip Girl when the books were coming out. I had to wait for the books to come out. I'm 31, going on 32. So to give you a timeline
Yeah.
for my
You look
cultural,
incredible.
it's
Not that like
Pond's- it's
32.
Pond's
I didn't
Cold
know
you
Gossip
Cream.
Girl
younger than
had
most
books.
24-year-olds.
Pond's Cold Cream and sunscreen.
Cold
every day.
cream?
Yeah, Pond's Cold Cream.
Okay, we're buying.
No,
we're
we're
buying.
buying.
Yeah, we're buying it,
I use
and it's cheap.
retinol.
Yeah, well, retinol is
literally.
the retinol is the one.
24-year-olds now are looking so old.
They look really good. I feel like no one has awkward face anymore.
No,
which is funny
you're
to me. No
wrong.
one, really?
You have to get into Brooklyn.
Mine was in my 20s. Well, what I was gonna say is, oh my god, I wish I could show you guys photos. There's somewhere on Facebook, but like crazy. And I watched this the second it came out. I was in college at SUNY Albany, and my best friend Grace was president of like our English honors society, but there were
course.
only like 2 members. Grace, if you listen to this, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but there were like
There's
2
3
members,
members.
but they gave her this like office that was essentially like a janitor's closet, but it had a couch in it. Truly, it was impossibly small.
Whoa.
And we would go in on Monday mornings and we would watch the new episode of Girls, which was Sunday night HBO.
Oh my god, that's so.
Sunday
is
night
literature.
HBO always fucking bodies, man. It was like Girls to Succession. I'm sure
Yeah.
Game of Thrones took after Girls or whatever.
Oh, I watched
And we
The
would
Idol
watch
this
it.
morning.
Oh,
so-
yeah, but
So
now
I
I'm
did
on The
you.
Idol.
I did you.
Wait,
I'm like, I watched the episode of The Idol Tuesday morning.
I'm
but,
gonna
like,
do the Idol
yeah.
podcast.
You have
I'm
to
gonna
do the Idol
podcast.
podcast. That what?
They have one.
No, but I'm gonna be
Oh,
that
you're
one. I'm
creating
gonna
it.
do a competitive,
That's so
I'm
upsetting.
gonna do.
Someone
so
needs to speak
insane.
on that.
World Class Center. I'm gonna speak on World Class
Wait,
Center.
do you like that song?
I do,
I'm
and I've been
obsessed with
listening.
that song.
And here she was like, "No, I have to redo it on my own." I'm literally looking at me like my Idol agenda. I'm like pivoting away from
No,
Girls.
can we
I'm
talk
like,
about it? I'm like, I'm so over. We have to talk about The Idol.
What
Well,
is it? I'm a freak yet?
Oh, it's 2 songs.
Oh, there's a second one
World
now.
Class Center.
Yep.
No, it's just 2 different titles. Apologies.
Oh.
Yeah, they do the or like this.
For SEO, they have 2 different titles, which is like World Class Center and Freak
For SEO.
for SEO.
For
Okay.
SEO. Yeah, for SEO. Just to be clear, for SEO
For
purposes.
SEO. That's why they did it.
It's so good though. It's like, it's turning into just a music video. The show though.
A
It's
little
just
bit,
The
yeah.
Weeknd's
That's probably
music.
for the best.
He's really something else. I love Lily Rose. She's again another person I think like lean out like a true naturalism in her acting that I think to the untrained eye comes across sometimes because it is so natural. Like it's not really
Right.
acting, but I can tell, I can feel it in my bones.
Wow.
It's like a real kind of acting, and I love it.
I
just-
agree. It's her.
Yeah.
She's being an enhanced version of herself.
Yeah, and I don't think in both cases I would say
Yeah, exactly.
arguably that like there is a gift to, you don't want to like give yourself over, which how does that even work anyway? You know what I mean? Where they're always like Lena's Hannah, Hannah's Lena. And it's like that can't be so. It doesn't like work like that.
Yeah.
No,
It just doesn't work
exactly.
like that.
Well, I think Lena talks about her character in the show, like when you watch like behind the scenes clips where she does like take inspiration from herself, but
Yeah.
of course she like enhances aspects that she thinks would be more entertaining and are more relevant to Lena or Hannah. So it's like stubbornness, which like she possesses, but like enhances for the
She's
Hannah
like,
character.
I know Hannah's stupider than me. That's by design,
Right.
which we knew.
Yeah,
you
we
knew.
knew. We definitely knew.
One is a show and one is.
But a lot of
unimportant.
people don't know. A lot of people are really mad at her.
They were, and I was waiting. I rode for the show when it obviously in the last like 8 years when people were like, we don't like girls.
I'm like,
And I was like, just you wait. You guys don't know what it's like to be ahead of the curve because you don't know. You don't have any
Right.
media literacy. And then boom.
You did literature with it. You did it for your English honors class.
In the closet for English. Yeah, I write an essay.
You kind
after
of have a
every
master's.
I have a master's in my fucking BFA in girls. But we'd watch it in the closet. And it's funny because that was when Instagram was brand new, and I have like photos that now feel ancient. They're now 11 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
Of us just like in the closet
Kelvin
watching
filter and all.
No, it looked burnt. It looked like it burned in fire. It was burnt in the Great Albany Fire of 2012.
That's so romantic.
But yeah, it was. So then it was funny. So then when I moved here as an adult in 2013, I mean that was like height of it.
Yeah.
Tote bags.
You're in the metro. You're in the subway. There's ads everywhere.
And then I was over here. I knew the girls who lived in the apartment they filmed in on India Street.
On India Street, you knew the girls? You're kidding.
Emily, yeah, it was my roommate Rocky. It was their friend from SCAD. Sorry, I don't want to out
No.
her, but I think it's okay. But I don't think they live there anymore.
Well, they do.
But yeah, they lived
us.
and they would film there at the house on India Street.
Oh
and I was like, wow,
God.
that's how like in it. And John Early introduced, they were doing, do you know that web series Gigi? It's the best.
Yeah,
you have to watch it. If you haven't, well, you have, so you understand. It's, put that on the motherfucking to-do list.
It's our next rewatch.
But John introduced at Metrograph, they were doing screenings of the web series, and he just made one little mention to like how 2014, it was just like everybody was living in this like girls world. Even when you weren't watching it, it was either like if you weren't a part of it, you were talking about how you weren't a part of it, and if you were a part of it, you were talking about how you were a part of it.
No,
like
literally.
everything around this area felt girls.
Well, what's happening to us is anytime we're in a setting, naturally it's just everything we have to talk about. Like 4 times a day I have to talk about girls at this point. I was at a dinner party last night.
Yeah, it's like nobody can like we can't do a single thing and not be like, this is just like girls.
It's
like we buy a coffee and we're like, oh my God.
You'll buy a coffee at Cafe Grumpy in Greenpoint.
No, it feels like our Disney World. Well, okay, I think we're going to go to our first seg. You're
Yeah.
gonna love
Okay,
this.
love.
Okay, we do Minute to Win It, where we have 1 minute.
Oh, wait. Girl, what girl are you?
Don't we do it in this
Oh,
one?
you're right. I'm sorry. I'm new here too.
Minute to Win It, where we give a synopsis of the episode all together, and every 20 seconds we switch. And Evan starts, and then it's me, and then it's you. So whatever we don't get to, you gotta get in your 20 seconds.
Okay.
No
You
problem.
need to
I'm bringing
wait.
my notes
Your role
up.
is so much harder than ours. Because
Yeah.
I'm bad at this, and Amelia gets scared for me. So then you're going to do 40 seconds and 20.
Oh
That's
my
okay
God, my
with
notes
you?
suck. I literally wrote nipple. Okay, okay. Here we go.
No, that's a big plot point.
That's maybe half the episode.
Yeah, okay, are you ready? Are you gonna set the timer?
Oh, yeah. Let me set the timer.
Okay, guys, this is your 1 minute synopsis of season 2, episode 4. It's a shame about Ray.
Beep boop bop. We zoom into Elijah and Hannah in their apartment. Hannah is pissed the hell off because Elijah did what he did last episode and he has to move out. Then we go to, well, I forgot. What is it?
Evan, you can't
Okay.
have ego death every time we do this segment.
Okay. I can't remember events chronologically.
Don't. Just say another thing that happened.
Okay. Then we go to a dinner party where Hannah is like finally doing a food-based event again. And then both Marnie and Charlie are there, which is creating a little tension.
Yes, so Charlie and Aubrey come over, and then Marnie's like, should I go? And then Hannah's like, all of you stay. And then Ray and Shoshanna show up late because they're having sex. And then in the dinner party, we find out that Ray is kind of living at Shoshanna Inn, is essentially homeless. And then Charlie and Marnie like kiss on the roof. Okay, bring us home.
Okay, I've got to bring us home. And then they kiss on the roof, and she's like, I'm seeing someone, and I'm seeing Booth Jonathan specifically. And he's like, well, fuck, okay. And then we jump to Jessa having dinner with Chris O'Dowd's parents. I forget his name every
Thomas
time.
John's
John's parents. And she's really leaning into her wild girl ways, I think, to try and like scare them all off. They get into a fight where he offers her money to just get the fuck out of his life forever, out of their law forever. It ends with Jessa coming over to Hannah's, and they take a bath in the tub together as friends.
I know that's hot. And then Shoshanna and Ray confess.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're sitting on the subway, and they do confess. He says, I love you, or she says, I love you. No,
And
he
then
says it.
She says it, and then he
Manipulative.
says it back.
I think
It's perfect.
I have thoughts on that, but that's what
And
happened.
the thing is, if you're actually listening at 2 times speed, this is a minute.
Yeah. And if you count every second, you're weird and relaxed. Don't be mad at us. Wow, we did an amazing job.
we
No,
did
that
such
was
a good
so
job.
That was so powerful.
When we mean minute to minute, it's like, that's not a minute can mean anything.
A minute can mean
Time
anything.
is an idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had
has
True
to
Detective
be.
on before I came here. Time is a. What does he say? Time is a flat. Or no, it's not. Is he know Matthew McConaughey in True Detective? And he's like, time is a. No. But he just goes like, he's got like a lilt, I would say, to his voice. He's kind of got like a. And he goes like, time is a flat circle. That's what
Oh.
you know.
ASMR
Okay,
Sorry.
like your list is getting
We're learning
longer
that we're
and
getting
longer.
Really, yeah, uncultured.
We learn a lot from this podcast.
Gigi, True Detective.
We have a watch list. It's so cool for me to not know anything.
No, you're so young. It's no problem.
No.
Wait, how old?
25.
25.
Not that young.
Oh, so you're
Not
older
that
than
young.
they are in this
Yeah.
episode.
I
No,
turned
it's okay.
25 a week ago. Does that mean anything?
I know an 18-year-old, which is crazy for me right now.
How?
Yeah, wait.
Who?
What's it like talking
In my
about?
acting class. Yeah.
19.
Actually, I think 18 and 19 respectively.
So they were born after 9/11.
Yeah.
You don't talk to them, I hope.
I do, and they're sweet, and I think I learn from. They don't learn from me. They all know everything because they've had the phone.
Yeah.
In their hand. They're like, you are an idiot, lady, and I'm lady to them. I'm not peer. I'm lady. I think I'm lady. Yeah, it's crazy how
God.
fast. It's true, and I don't like to complain like, oh, I'm so old. It was annoying when I was young, and it's annoying when you're old doing
Yeah.
that. But it is funny how I was always the youngest one, and then all of a sudden, boom, it pivots, and you're suddenly the older one.
I'm
It's just
scared.
Age
funny.
is literally just a number, though.
Age is.
I'm sure they look older than all of us, those 18-year-olds.
Yeah, it's great.
They're
You gotta
so
get
mature.
off the vapes.
Yeah, the vapes are what the vapes are
vapes
taking
are
over
The
this
vapes are
nation.
crazy. In my high school, there was a kid who literally made a documentary about vapes, and then he went on Good Morning America with it because there was such a vape problem in my high school.
Is it just because you can do it? And I'm like, smoke a fucking cigarette. It's like it's got to be the same shit.
Marketing. It's a
Because it's
dual
like-
pods because they were mango. Kids love mango.
It was a
I
flavor
get it. They
thing,
smell.
yeah.
They don't smell bad. The one thing I noticed from waiting tables, is that just people who leave their Air Bar wrappers around. Like I'm your fucking mother. Oh my god. There's like just people are just so put it in your fucking purse, or your pocket. So inconsiderate. But also it makes people's breath smell like gray matter. I can't like explain it. Do you know when you have like sick phlegm?
Yeah.
Across the board, I think if people knew, because like there's a certain thing like cigarette breath that can be weirdly romantic. I have to be honest.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but sometimes it's
No,
like,
I know.
whoa. But this
No.
just
It's called
smells like
addiction.
it smells like burnt computer with like
computer.
food, and it's just like
Yeah, there's a
ew.
digital
and like whiskey. Layer to it. Yeah, have
it's-
like analog bad breath, not like this
Analog bad
digital vape bad breath. It's like weird.
That's so fun.
Just, like,
say that.
It's like
Say-
negatively
yeah.
charged ions.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
using this as my opinion platform. I do not like talking about things I
Say it
don't like,
so
but I
loud.
really am affected. Yeah, I just scream it.
it. It's perfect for TikTok.
Yeah. Oh my god. Right. Right.
Let's make a clip of this.
Okay, I will. Should we jump into our next segment?
Yeah. Oh my
Okay,
god.
Classic one. Girl,
Girl, what girl are you?
Who's that girl?
I think I'm probably a Hannah. I know everyone wants to like get out of being one by being like, I feel like I'm a little bit of all of them. Yeah. Yeah, obviously.
It's horoscope.
Are
Can
you
I
a
give you
triple
our
Hannah?
my impression? At
Yeah,
least?
give me your
Like,
projection
definitely
of
some
this.
Hannah, but honestly Shoshana too, especially earlier season Shoshana, because you
Yeah.
have this little peppy energy about you.
I have that
especially
high
earlier
energy.
season. Like I'm sure your boyfriend fell in love with you when you're like pretending to DJ on top of a stovetop,
Yes.
and that's
100%.
exactly what happened. That's
Yeah.
me cute.
I've always said a little bit. Yeah, something about like a lot of Shosh, a little Hannah. Probably not any Jet. Like I want to have that.
No.
I'm not.
You have some Jess. The way you came in with
Mysterious.
your outfit today.
Yeah. that
Was
Jessa.
with the was that a little Jessa?
Yeah.
It's to see you next Tuesday in an amazing, powerful way.
She's just so cool.
What girl was I this week? I really feel like I'm disassociating right now.
Okay.
The ashwagandha. I took ashwagandha before this. I'm like, I'm not in my own brain. It's so sick.
You're literally dude, why am I forgetting everybody's fucking name on this show that I've seen 3 separate times? Downstairs. neighbor.
Layered.
Layered.
Okay,
You're in
you tell me
layered
who you
mode.
think. Yeah, I'm in layer.
Because the
layered.
ashwagandha, it's Laird's lair. It's
Laird's
Laird. It's you're in Laird's
This
world.
week, the girl you are is layered layer.
I'm like, what is happening in my brain right now?
Oh, no.
No, but that's important. You know when they're like, you're drunk, so you have to focus more at the wheel. It's like that's what it feels like for me right now.
Yeah.
Like gripping the mic, 2 hands.
Okay, but I would actually, I'm like in this episode, what girl am I? I'm like, I would love to be Shoshanna because again, my dream is like for someone to fall in love with me from like DJing on a stove.
Oh, you want to fall in love with a homeless guy
Um,
who's lying to you?
if he's that angry. Oh my God,
What?
we met literally yesterday. Someone's who uncle is the inspiration for Ray.
Oh yeah, that was.
And we're gonna get him on the pod at some. Well, we'll ask him to be on the pod at some point.
Uncle?
Yeah.
We ran into these people and they're like, "Are you from HBO Girls Rewatch? My uncle is the inspiration for Ray."
Who's their uncle? Did they drop a name?
Well,
they
yeah, but
did.
of course I can't remember.
You took a picture of the guy.
I
We have
no,
a-
You took a picture
I
of the
didn't take a photo
uncle?
of the guy actually. I did. But you know, I also followed the nephew on Instagram.
It's perfect.
Shout out.
Apparently, he was like fed up about the amount of honking in the city, so he ran for government.
Oh
Yeah, for
my
city
God.
council.
Yeah.
She's done so many, including the whole Booth Jonathan as a character, like very lightly based on real life, very
Yeah.
niche, like Brooklyn, Manhattan art scene things that I think are so funny that I did not get the first or really second time that I watched this, but like third time I was like, I think I know who that's supposed to be. And it was really fun.
Okay, Amelia, what girl are you?
I'm Hannah this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so like all this chaos going around me, and I'm like trying to be like cute. Like I made sorbet. You know, like everybody's like having the worst day of their life. Their relationships are crumbling, and I'm like, bunt cake, anyone? Like I know I burnt the pad thai, but this could be so fun. And then
No, yeah.
also the way that Hannah's like, I'm mad at my best friend. She's a fucking bitch. And then somebody's like, she is a bitch, and she's like, no, she's not. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's so like me to like talk shit about someone I
No,
love, and then the minute somebody
exactly.
talks shit back, I'm like, how dare you?
That's like a family value for us.
It's a family value
Complaining
for
about,
us.
you know what I mean? And then it's like the minute someone else does, there has to be an understanding there.
We talked about this for 30 minutes last night about the value of complaining.
Yeah.
It's so important.
I listened to Fran Lebowitz on Julia Louis-Dreyfus's podcast.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And she was like, complaining is, she said something really profound that I forget. But she was basically like giving a reason why complaining's good. Oh, complaining's good because it's honest. It's healthy because it's true. And like you can process life better via complaints.
That's beautiful.
It sounds less profound when I'm saying it, but when she said it,
No,
was
no,
really
no.
moving.
She really takes that to a new level, though. I mean, she really loves to complain.
She really,
Whole career kind of off of complaining eloquently, you know.
she's so talented.
She's so
yeah,
talented.
she
She
really,
really figured
she's
it out.
talented. Fran's great. I definitely sometimes when people are, they've got an issue with everything. You got to pepper a little bit of like, what do you like? I would love to know.
Right.
I like to be like, I'd rather talk about the things I like, but I absolutely understand the value in complaining.
Julia
and I
tried
like it 'cause-
so hard to get her to say one positive thing,
Wait,
and she wasn't
Should
having
this
it.
light be on?
No.
Okay. Just I got scared.
No, I know. I would get scared too.
I'm panicking.
I
No.
don't even know what any of
No.
those things are. No.
Everything's fine.
Everything's
Emma.
fine.
Yeah, we're fine. Okay, it's time to lean into Lena.
I mean, I just to start it off, it's like Elijah.
The Elijah Hannah
Yeah.
kicking out of the apartment scene.
It's so iconic.
When Elijah says like your burritos are more expensive than most girls because you're always getting add-ons like avocado and pecan. Like
To say girls like that
yeah,
hurts.
it hurts. And Hannah's like, sorry, I like to enjoy my meal. I love her.
No, I'm like, where did I get pecans in Oberlin, Ohio for a burrito?
Fair.
I've never even found that in Brooklyn where we have 8 million burrito spots for her to
No,
find
and that does sound
pecans.
so good.
Yeah.
Some kind of crunch there.
Some kind of crunch.
Like a tasteless one. Pecans don't really have until they're baked or cooked. If you just smashed them and then put them in, that add just like a fun little.
Should we try that?
It's terrible what happened to Elijah being kicked out so violently. When does Hannah even really care? No. She doesn't care. And we can see that in the dinner party when she's like, I'm mad at Marnie, but I'm not going to do anything that's actually harmful to her. And
It's
I did invite her.
performative mad. It's for the principle of it all.
Yeah.
It was for the print. And I get that.
Yeah.
The
Have you ever
difference.
done something like, I'm trying to think if I have.
Well,
Been
like-
not really
Yeah.
mad, but I'm like, I need to on principle.
Yeah, probably
yeah.
with my sister. Definitely, where it's
Yeah.
like, I'm not, like, you need to know that you can't do that. Like, and if I let it slide, then you're going to do it to someone else and you're going to suffer for it.
Gee.
And I don't want, like, I can see where, I can understand the mindset. Is
Lena
what I
Dunham
mean.
is a crisis actor.
Right, yeah, literally. She is. She is.
She's a crisis actor. She's like performing anger.
Right. She's like, this is actually preventative health care for my community.
Legitimately, no. She's doing. Yeah, she's as always just like ahead. She's thinking
No,
5
literally.
steps ahead.
It's a BetterHelp ad.
But I thought, as always, their fights are so. Every fight on the show,
Iconic.
my God,
They nail it.
they nail it every time.
I wonder how they film it. If it's like they,
Improv.
Yeah, like if they improv.
It has to be a little improv because it's like
Has to be.
so like LOL.
Yeah, they definitely have stuff peppered in there that's just. I don't know how they don't crack though. That's
No,
a true
literally.
mark of a
Right.
professional. I mean, maybe there's a million. I don't think I've ever seen a girl's blooper though.
We have to find those.
I know we should. I wonder if HBO allows that sort of thing.
Well, you know
like,
what?
they're too-
It's so
so
funny.
They're too
artistic
elevated.
for they're like no room for bloopers.
Yeah.
Well, if you listen
right,
really
like, where are
closely,
those?
no, really, we'll find them. For
They-
you, we'll find them. But if you
you.
listen
Yeah.
closely, they say yes and in so many scenes.
Oh, and okay, so right. I mean, that is
No,
the
I
true
made
mark
that
of
up. I
him.
made that
I was
up.
like, fucking. I was like, oh, I never heard that. I wasn't listening for that.
I thought you meant that as a gesture.
Gesture.
A gesture.
You're a
I'm the gesture. I thought this. Oh no, please.
No, I was just gonna ask what you thought about that.
We're all like,
About the fight.
I can see where she's coming from, and I mean, not that he was really coming from anywhere. It was just a thing that happened. That
Yeah.
just that's
Exactly.
like a mark of her, like the way that she fights in the show is just like getting mad for sometimes the sake of getting mad, which everybody I think is
Yeah.
capable of doing, but she just gives into it a lot more.
Well, we were saying
Yeah.
this last week. Everything she does is for the sake of being like, I did this.
no,
Like
literally.
her doing the coke or whatever was just because
Yes.
she had the freelance article to write, and she was like, I need to tell girls my story.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she has to invent one.
Well, my
Yeah.
therapist likes to say she doesn't have good padding.
Oh,
It's like
I've
when you
never
have
heard that.
anger, it's like I don't get angry a lot because I'm very well padded, but some people get angry so fast. Like we both experience amount of, I don't know, we're getting the same triggers, but I'm more padded. He's a terribly padded character.
That is a really I can understand that
yeah.
so quickly. What a cool way to use that kind of
And
language.
she's
I know
an only
exactly what you're
child.
talking about.
I think only children are like less padded because they didn't have someone to like fight with. Like, how much did you
Yeah, it's
fight
like
with
a
your child
callus.
growing up?
Yeah,
I mean, your
it's like a
sibling.
yeah, it's like a. I also have to remember sometimes people who are quick to anger. Like, have you ever? I love this word, bonked your head, and it immediately made you want to like hit something. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something so primal about some people when they get angry, it like sets off
Their frontal
whatever
lobe.
amount of neuro fibers going up here to be like, oh, you get that kind of angry, and they can't like help it. It's like if you
You
got
see
hit
it
in
on
the head.
Survivor all the time.
I bet you do.
It's
I
like
bet you do.
these when it was like blue collar versus white collar.
Oh my God, I
Oh
did
my-
not know that was a Survivor concept.
It was wild. People were pissed.
No, we need Twinks first dolls on Survivor though.
I know.
Dying for that.
They could do that,
They
right?
could
There
do
are
They
no
could.
rules.
Twinks
Jeff,
first
what's
dolls.
stopping you?
Yeah, Jeff.
We all look.
We all look.
Jeff Probst, right?
Yeah.
don't know.
We tag his Survivor podcast that he hosts.
And he
You're
has one?
kidding.
Yeah.
Like a recap of
Yeah, he like talks about the episodes. It's cool
How
because
does he remember?
I don't know.
Especially, I mean, that has been on for what, like 26 seasons? Probably something 32.
44 seasons.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to get through all of them because I just discovered it in January and I'm only on season 14.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that means they do 2 a year, right?
They do 2 a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
They
watching the
packed it a
earlier
little bit.
ones,
it's not like a season a year. I'm like, that show's been on for 44.
No, literally, they need
No.
Twinks for Soul Set because of course they have nothing else original.
yeah, they've got nothing left to do. But
And
they
it's
stopped doing
reality, so they could do it
themes.
while it's striking.
No,
And
literally.
WGA is striking right now.
Like the same guy
Yeah.
that let me into the college I went to was also on Survivor, so it's like amazing to have that.
Oh.
I mean, surviving a college admission process is an episode of Survivor.
Oh, I can't even imagine now.
Oh my god, it's crazy now.
Like
Especially
the
with
personal essays, everybody's had shit happen to them.
COVID.
There's so much to be said.
I know. It's like, what did I write?
competition-
Webster's dictionary defines resilience. When I was growing up, I feel like people will do those on at
ChatGPT.
now, right?
Or, like
Yeah.
generate trauma
And
with a
just,
big
edit.
T.
Yeah, just like what's the craziest trauma you can think of? ChatGPT.
It is
Prompts.
crazy to look back at like AP English class and being like, ChatGPT could have done what it took me a year to learn.
So
So
To
sick.
like talk in that way. Ugh.
Are you a good writer?
I don't know. I went to school for journalism.
Okay, you're Hannah as hell.
Yeah, it was all, and then women's studies as a minor.
Wow.
Yeah, which maybe now hopefully they've changed to like
Gender studies.
gender
study.
study. Yeah,
Yeah, it
women's
is.
studies was so like 1970s, like Gloria Steinem tinted glasses, middle part.
Well, it takes 8 years for them to catch up in an academic setting.
Yeah, that's like
They
the
haven't
marketing
even
No,
gotten to
literally.
It's
the
always
Women's
8 years.
March.
Yeah, they're like, wait, what was that?
No, exactly.
Yeah, but I don't know. I not in the way that Hannah. I loved at the time too. What was popular was the confessional writing. I'll always have a soft spot for that, like, which is what Hannah was doing, is like that confessional.
No,
right,
of
like the
this
course.
is
essays
what
where she
I'm-
gets a real.
Wait,
Yeah.
do you have Substack?
No,
You need a Substack.
I would love to do more long form things. I haven't done that. Maybe I'll do Substack. I'll do
You
TikTok and Substack.
Are so
That's perfect.
entertaining.
We're setting
do
you up.
what I
We're
can.
business managers.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Can be my lawyer.
We would be amazing at lawyering.
I just don't want to know any information, but I can like do the other parts.
Tort law. Just like open a
Yeah,
book
yeah,
on
yeah.
tort law.
I'd be like an actor or lawyer.
Yeah, a little. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
Cynthia
entertainment lawyer.
Nixon.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
Cynthia. Was she an entertainment lawyer in SATC?
No, I think she was like bankruptcy.
Yes, she. Right.
I
So,
think.
in a way,
Ooh.
In a way. I mean, not to. We can talk about plot. One thing overall I thought was cool about this is it was a very guest heavy show. You had Griffin Dunn
Yeah.
playing Tom's father. You had Chris O'Dowd playing Tom.
right?
And then, of course, Audrey Gelman playing Aubrey,
Yeah.
Lena's
Yeah.
IRL best friend, famously.
What do you think of Audrey Gelman?
She
do you know her?
I don't. Not really. I mean, Instagram wise, I suppose on some level. I don't think we've ever met, but
I'm obsessed
I always
with
loved The
her.
Wing. I worked at The Wing once.
Really?
No
It
way.
was really fun.
I'm upset. I love Seven Bells, her store.
I haven't been. Oh, right. It's over
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. I think. Well, it's a Clinton Hill, I think.
Yeah.
But it's like before I even recognized it was her, I was obsessed with that store.
Oh,
It's like,
that's.
I want a rabbi. Like the whole concept is they have like 45. They have like 14 different characters. It's based on this town.
What?
And a store in the town is called Seven Bells, and then they bring it to life. So it's like a cottagecore store. And then if you go on their website, it's like they have a town map, and then they have like 14 characters, like town gossip, and it's like a woman in a bonnet, like telling little tales, or like the rabbi. He's like, well, there's only 100 people in this town. 3 of them are Jewish, and they have a rabbi and a priest. And it's like, and you can like buy stuff from these people.
What? That's so clever. I
And
did
that's
not
so
know.
smart.
That is so smart.
It's such
She's
a
got ideas.
it's such a
She's
cool next
smart.
step after The Wing.
Yeah, which I love. Those are beautiful, beautiful spaces.
Before I moved to New York, and I just like watched like YouTube girls be like, I live in the city and I freelance at The Wing. I was like, that is who I'm gonna be when I grow up.
Yeah.
I was so girl boss core, like so Marnie eating that up.
So it's like Marnie's son. Even though week to week we're different ones, would you say overall it's Marnie?
It's Marnie.
Yeah.
Really.
At the end of the day, it's like in high school, I was like hustle, grind, glitter.
Yeah, you were.
That was my whole vision.
Wait, and now you don't feel it. You feel like you've mellowed out since, or just like you've evolved?
Now I'm
Did
like,
it change?
whatever. Yeah, I have a freelance job, but it's so free. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, you're bringing the free
I'm like,
freelance.
fuck 9 to 5. It's whatever.
Yeah, yeah. No, I understand the pivot.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to sometimes.
But it's like, I do keep a bullet journal. So it's like, there's still.
She's still there. It's
She's
still
still
in
there.
there.
She's still in it.
You can't. You can't just let go of that. It's in
Yeah.
there forever.
Should we jump into the dinner party scene? Did you have any big thoughts about what happened, what went down there?
I mean, that definitely. It's like when she's like, I didn't think you'd actually come to Marnie, but Marnie didn't know that. Not Elijah. Oh my God.
Why is Charlie there?
Right. Why are Charlie and Audrey?
Hannah invite Charlie and Audrey?
Right. Which is what I love that Hannah made it everybody else's right. Even though Hannah should have known better than to do that, obviously. But she clearly is mad at Marnie, obviously, because of everything that went down with Elijah. That it was just crazy. But he's always gonna have feelings for her, and we know this.
Yeah.
Not to jump ahead, but like we
the last
know.
note though is like Charlie wanting to kill Hannah. That's like the last time they interacted. Hannah like never liked Charlie. They didn't really have a friendship, and then like to have a very intimate dinner party.
It's almost like, did Hannah invite them?
Yeah.
Just
Despite
Definitely.
or was it more of just kind of a plot device that Lena needed to use?
No, I feel like that's something, and I can I know, you know people like real Hannahs, the real Hannahs of the world, like that all checks out, like that move to be like, I'm just gonna invite everyone. Like exes can be friends,
Yeah,
but that kind of move.
and she's like, if something crazy happens, it's gonna be cool. It's like when
When
they found
everything-
her diary, and they're like,
I was
No,
just gonna
literally.
ask, yeah. When it was, or when he did the song or whatever, they're
Yeah.
on stage. That had to have been what was that
it
season?
was
Was
early
that
on.
season
I think it was like
two?
episode 4.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Yeah.
right.
Early on.
But I feel like when there are certain types of people, again, like those confessional memoirists, if you will, when anything can be a story,
It's a story.
nothing can really be bad because it's a part of a narrative, and therefore it makes it almost not real and somewhat removed.
That's the
because
idol.
It's in what way?
Because the whole thing is they can't say no. All the artists
Oh,
are living in
right,
our
that
house.
they're like,
you can't say no to experiences because then you can't write your truest music.
Yep.
And
Oh,
it's-
right.
That's literally what's happening to Idol.
Yeah. Oh, the Sunday night HBO parallels
Yeah.
are
Here it
happening.
is.
But that's where I feel like that comes from. Is everything's always an
A
experience.
Dinner?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Story.
Marnie is like, I'm gonna leave, and Hannah's like, don't, everybody's staying, because this could be interesting.
Yeah. Which can be exhausting when you are in that, if you are in that kind of web
Yeah.
of someone like that. But if you can shift your perspective to also view it as interesting, then it can be interesting, I
Yeah.
suppose.
I love that Hannah's first event when Elijah moves out is food based because when they have the housewarming, Elijah's like, you can't have all your events be food based events, and then the first thing she does is have a food based event.
Well, that was like when everybody was getting like when everything was going down. She's like, "Well, I like what I made," and she made.
She has the smallest bite, and it's like, yum.
Oh, I love it. It is. It's a food-based event.
It's perfect.
Dinner is used as such like a plot device in this episode.
Shoshanna's hair in season 2.
Oh, yeah, they
like
went-
last episode. It was the donut thing.
You
Yep, the
need to do a
donut- yep.
donut for one of these episodes. Like,
I
we
need
need
to
to
do
get
Oh my
you
God,
a
you
do need to
and
get the
do
donut for one of these episodes.
Okay, next time.
That'd be so funny.
The one with moss.
Definitely.
Have you ever donated your hair?
No, that I definitely remember my mom having one for the bun, like a full bun, obviously not like
Yeah.
the side, the head bun.
Yeah.
But I remember one floating around like our bathroom drawer at some point. We were more bump it people.
The bump it
We
was
had a lot of
Bumpets.
bumpets. Not seeing a lot of bumpets. This is a little past.
They
That
might come
was
back.
more
People,
like
people are
2007.
ringing the back.
Where did you see that? That was like all the Y2K stuff, obviously. Like I was like down. It is funny, like with the fact that Y2K is still holding on. I mean, I know they
Yeah.
keep saying it's going to pivot to the mid 2000s indie sleep. They're really holding on tight to the Y2K stuff. I have several
yeah.
I have one theory
No,
for that.
we need to
Say it.
know.
But it's just that like things in manufacturing have gone so downhill. Y2K is that clothing is really the last vestige of when things that would be at the mall were made well. Like you could go
Right.
to the mall and get something that, even if it's at like the Gap. I mean, it's Gap stuff that's from like 2005 and
Yeah.
early on. It fetches so much money because it
It's so
really
nice.
is well
Made.
made. And a lot of that stuff, even if it's ugly, is it's well made. But then everything after that, it kind of gets like seedy.
It's
And
a little
now, forget
yeah. Well, because
The
it's
H&M
American
of the
Apparel is
world.
not well made. That's why it was
Not
so
really,
cheap,
yeah.
and that's kind of defining indie sleaze in so many ways.
it. Yeah. Like, I
Love
had,
that.
excuse me. Yeah.
No.
No,
You're
no,
allowed
no,
to
no,
yell.
no. You're okay. You're okay.
You're not gonna let your child cry once. No.
No.
No. I just want them to apologize.
Wait
I
till
hate
we
when
get
people
home.
apologize.
Wait till we get home. But what was I going to say? Oh, but that bump it's being a part
No,
of
yeah.
that, I assume would be one of the few things. But they're really bringing everything back. But that wasn't really an early 2000s thing. That was mid 2000s.
I'm like, should I get a little feather in my hair?
Oh, I was thinking about
Crimping?
when I went. Oh, I was just home and I got bored and I was like, I'm gonna do a light bleach just to bring this to like a lighter brown. But like, of course, all I did was just like bleach a spot under here to be like a blonde by accident. Whatever. And I was like, oh my god, should I get the feather?
Get the feather.
Get the
You should
feather.
get the feather.
The feather's gonna come back. I know it.
Audrey Gelman would
It was
be so
cool.
excited.
Right?
Or wait, what's her name in the show?
It's okay. You can say
is it
it's
Aubrey?
Aubrey.
Aubrey.
It's like a
They did like a
inverse.
lightly veiled.
I have a
Aubrey.
friend that has her name's Aubrey, but I always say Audrey. Or like I can never remember the
Right, the
difference
D
between
or
those
the
two
B.
names.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
pretty much
and I'm
the
also
same.
again dyslexic, so it's like that's really hard for me.
Right, that's hard.
Yeah.
Almost impossible.
So she's
You're
both.
impossible. It's ableist.
But
The
I
hair.
love I mean I don't know if you guys are. I want to talk about that dinner scene with Jessa
Please.
and the parents. I just thought
Please.
that was so. I loved how
The
much the
dad-
dad thought Jessa was such a cool little
Yeah,
free
he's like,
spirit.
Well, thank God I didn't hurt your face or body.
It's Griffin Dunn, another masterclass right there. He's such a good actor.
I love it. Okay, this is the
Script
part
is great. Also, I
in
should-
season 2. So they got married at the finale of season 1.
Right.
And
They're at Elephant.
they just
yeah, they're at Elephant.
they just met. The thing about them is that they weren't together long enough to ever get in an actual fight. So this is their first
honeymoon
real
phase.
fight,
And it just
The
ends
honeymoon phase
everything.
and like ends, and immediately they're like, "Oh, this marriage doesn't work." Like first strike, you're out.
Yeah.
And I feel like Jess is trying to cause it. Like she goes to dinner with the intention of like ruining everything.
Yeah, and I've been in those. I've totally been in that kind of mood where I know it would be best to not be inflammatory, but like there's just something about like you just can't help it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? To
I've-
be that
yes,
way, to like
100%.
like little acts of rebellion, you find them anywhere
Well,
you can.
I
I do
think
that all the time. Like
I think
Saturday, I did that.
Because getting married is so. What?
happened on
Wait, what happened on Saturday?
Well, okay, so we were at. I don't know. Okay, so I actually would love to hear this from your perspective. We went to a comedy party on Saturday where it's like all comedians our age in a backyard. I mean,
Hot.
how? Or what did
No,
you say?
hot.
No, hot. But I'm like, I'm like so sad the whole time. I'm like, I've
I
seen these
think
people
it's so
8
sad at
million
comedy
times.
parties because they also go to like fashion parties and realize people can be different.
Yeah.
I only
Yeah,
go to
yeah,
comedy
it's-
parties, so I'm like, this is what a party is.
Right. Is it, would you say that if it's you're saying it's professional comedians at the comedy party?
No, they're not
But-
professional. They're like
It's-
open
They're
micers
aspiring,
like
okay.
us.
It's an
They're-
open mic event.
It's literally.
But
an open
do
mic
you
in the
mean like that?
backyard.
You feel like it isn't that funny and it's weird
Well,
to
I've
be
been to the
at
same
a.
party 8,000,000,000 times.
It is one person's house.
It's like
that
the
they
same
always host
person.
at.
I mean,
I
like,
had a
no
great
offense to
time.
anyone. I'm just like being bitch to clock the moment I step in. I'm like, I'm in such a good mood, and then I see the door open into their apartment. I'm like, I have to leave. I can't step in there.
Oh, no.
I'm like, what am I gonna talk about? Like how?
It's such
what
a fun
shows?
little game. I love it.
It's fun, but
I
it's
was
like to
wearing
do it all
fun
the
Polly
time.
Pocket shoes. I was like, I'm gonna have the best night ever.
Did you
Yes.
do that? Like when you were starting, like, did you do open mics or like? No, you're more character.
No, and I only ever did it on Instagram. And so it felt really nice when I would start to get to know,
Yeah.
really like virtually for the most part, a lot of the people in the all comedy scene who, now are out in Hollywood, like they're,
Yeah,
really
yeah.
making it happen. And I was a little worried. I didn't know if it was going to be competitive and people were going to be like mean
Right.
and backstabby. I had no idea. And everybody has always just been really nice
Yeah.
and sweet. And that was my experience. Obviously who knows what the fuck they say behind your back, if they do at all. If they even,
You're the sweetest.
if they
person
even
I've
think
ever
about
met.
you at all.
I don't
Well,
think anyone's saying anything negative about you.
they could. I can be really annoying, I think. Like, I just, sometimes it's like, I guess some people call it like theater kid energy, which I take umbrage at because I did not do theater, but now I do. And maybe now it's coming, but like, I'm just easily
Right.
excitable. And that
Yeah.
can be, it's just a lot of,
No, literally.
Yeah.
I don't think you do though. Maybe
I-
we're not seeing you
I
in
can be
full
ca-
force.
I can be capable. I mean, for the most part, but sometimes where it's like maybe when I'm at, like you said, like at a party too. I also, when I go to events generally, not pretty. It's like I get the stimuli that's happening,
Yes,
and I
exactly.
can't, and my hearing isn't that great, and I can't hear anyone, so I'm always like, what? And nobody likes to repeat themselves, and it's like you're seeing people that you know them online, or like you're there. Do I say hi? And it's too many.
Yeah.
It's like either Fembot and Awesome Power or just some like and I'm like, it's not me, and I don't want you to think it's representative. Some people love work in a room though, and they get into that and they're like boom, 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 and they can do it so well, and that's such a good skill.
And then I wasn't like that this weekend.
And it feels
embarrassed. I feel really embarrassed. Broke me down too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're gonna go to so many of these in your life, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna have the room. You're gonna have what my friend Jordan calls the clack. It's gonna be like they hit the joke, you hit the joke. You make them feel funnier, they make you feel funnier. It's like everything's moving, and then you're gonna go to others, obviously, and you're gonna be a fucking loser. Do you know what I mean? Like you're gonna be like, fuck, how do is this thing on? You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be insane.
Well, it's not your damn.
I hate that feeling though. I'm sorry that happened.
Well, thank you so much. Sorry for
No, I love this is where I love.
Like this is real life girls. Like
this is what I love. Yeah,
get into it in the show, but it's like that is what's happening too. I'm assuming.
Totally.
They just don't show parties and TV as much because it's like hard to have.
It's
dialogue.
really hard to film them. Okay, but back to the dinner. Mm-hmm. I think Jessa is just like going into that dinner feeling really insecure, and so she's like, how can I get agency back? And it's like, oh, the power move of like being so boho free and like leaning into that and like impressing these like uppity business people by being like, I'm so like
who's
traveled.
That actress, the mother? She's always playing like
she's killing it,
like
like those
bitch.
small kind of like a she was great, but you know, like the worry, and there's something beautiful captured there between like a mother-in-law and a daughter-in-law that's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a kinetic energy that's captured in that scene that is really powerful.
It's Jane Fonda, J Lo, and like the mother. What's it called?
Monster-in-law.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's literally that.
It's
the
Monster-in-Law.
dad cracked me up so much.
I love him.
He was just like, I love heroin. Oh, you're back on the alcohol. Go on.
Oh, it was so good.
Describing
he nailed
heroin.
I mean, I don't. Because when she comes home, like expositionally in season 1, episode 1, is she coming back from like rehab? I don't remember.
She's coming back from like Thailand from shucking oysters.
Yeah.
Right.
And by Thailand, I mean somewhere.
I think she went to rehab early in the Oberlin experience.
She went to rehab during Oberlin. That's when she
find out
dropped
in this episode she only went to Oberlin for 8 months.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
No,
and
we
then
knew that already.
Right.
We knew she went for 1 semester.
Oh, really?
Or like a year.
Oh.
But it's okay, girl. Live, laugh, love you.
Okay. I learned this time.
That's right. No, I forgot that they mentioned that. There was a lot of info. They were going... But this was cool because it did it, again, expositionally. Expositionally, it gave us a lot of Jessa's backstory of like, that's important, like that she was only at Oberlin. I kind of forgot. I didn't even...
Yeah.
I must have known at some point that she went to Oberlin, but...
No, literally.
Now
Well, they all went to OB.
Do you think by the end of the
Shosha's
dinner...
at NYU though, right?
She went to NYU and she's cousins with Jess.
Yeah.
Do you think Thomas John, as soon as the dinner ends, is like, I have to leave this, like we have to get a divorce? Or do you think it's not until they're at home?
I want to know what happened in the taxi.
Oh my God, right, because there wasn't any, there was nothing in it. Yeah.
He's just mad at home, and then she's like, it wasn't that bad. And then he's like, literally, it's bad. And she's like, fuck you, you're a loser. And then he's like, I've made a huge mistake.
That makes me think that they took the subway because it almost felt like the fight was getting
growing,
big. You know what I mean? From the restaurant to there. Like they couldn't fight on the subway.
Not that 3.
She's the type, she would fight on the subway. She would fight anywhere in the street.
Is there a continuity error though? Because what happened is they were like giving directions to the apartment and then they meet at a restaurant. He's like, you have to turn down to call, which is like by the waterfront in Williamsburg.
Oh, right.
And then it's like either the restaurant's right next to their apartment or there's a continuity error. Because that restaurant looked like it's in Manhattan. If you were looking at it closely, it's like that kind of room That's Manhattan.
That's
Room.
we're talking Rainbow Room.
Yeah.
We're talking Empire State. Yeah.
There's a lot of wood, which we
Yeah.
don't really experience in this part of Brooklyn.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
No, but you know what? It is like the way that I love the line where it's Jessa being like, or when they were like they returned to dogs. It's like that just demonstrates it all.
In the first episode of this season, she gets back from her honeymoon and she goes to a picnic with Hannah and she just has 3 puppies with her.
Oh my God! Right.
The test tube baby line where he's like, I think you're so boring. I tell everyone you're a test tube baby just to give you some edge.
That was powerful.
That was a good line.
That was like, I'm a unicorn. You're just a dumb hipster that's munching on my hay.
And like in his accent, so crazy. Wait, does he have the accent in this? No, he couldn't possibly. No, he kind of does.
He's talking weird.
He's talking weird.
For
He's
sure.
talking weird.
I don't
sure.
know what it is, but it's weird.
It's something because obviously
like
parents
pushing
are
his
the phrase
American.
munching on my
Munching
hay.
on my hay.
I've never heard it.
No, never.
When she says oi at the restaurant to get the hostess's attention.
Oi.
Oi! And she's like a football player. She's like cutting through the crowd.
I love it.
I love it. I'm sorry, there's one line that we went over which I have to talk about.
She's too self-involved to commit suicide.
Yes. Oh my God, I was going to say that.
Oh my God. Yep.
That is one of the most
There's
pivotal
so
lines
many
of our
depressed
generation.
people we know that it's
We
like,
said that
oh, we're not
yesterday.
actually worried about them because
We
they
said
have
that
a
literally
goal.
yesterday to our friend.
We literally said that yesterday to our friend.
And that's her talking about Marnie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah.
talking about Marnie. Our friend literally moved back to LA for 2 months for their mental health. And we're not, her mom was like, I'm not worried about you because you're too self-involved to commit suicide.
That's that's the gift. I don't know who actually all wrote the episode together, who wrote that line specifically, but if it is Lena, right?
Brilliant.
I mean,
Nailed it,
to
girl.
put words to a thought that many of us have had.
I mean, there's so many, like, that is living in Brooklyn in your 20s. Like, you're so self-involved that it's like, I'm so sad, but it's like, it's for my art.
Right. It's for the suffering leads to it.
It's a genius.
Yeah.
The suffering
And
leads to
it's
genius.
genius.
Whoa.
Brilliant.
Well, I think this brings us to our next segment.
Ooh.
Well, do we want to bring up Ray being homeless?
Oh
my God,
And
right.
saying I love you really quick. I mean, okay, what are your thoughts on Ray and Shosh overall? Be honest.
I don't know where he fit. Like, I don't know. When they brought, she's what, 21 and he's 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 21, she's 33.
Good God. That's, again, it brings up my thing. I was like 21 when I started watching this, and now I'm pretty much 33. And like one
Would
day
you
you're
ever date
Shosh
the
and one
person
day
in your
you're Ray.
acting class?
Oh, the 18-year-old.
Oh, like right now.
Yeah.
You mean like if like literally I was like,
Did
no,
your
the
fiance?
cultural,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. It's just like, that feels like it's like a different.
Yeah. It's the Demi Lovato song, Finally at 29.
Oh, right. And she was 17, and that's about
Yeah.
Wilmer Van Der
Whatever the guy
Elma,
was.
whoever the guy.
I think Shoshana's really going to like that song.
She's really gonna like it. It's like Ray really does embody something like that, just like that pessimist guy, like just in his own fucking way, until one day he isn't, and it all makes sense for him, which obviously happens when he is working on the mayor shit or whatever, that with town councilman or whatever the hell.
Yeah, city council town council.
But them
Yeah.
together, between them together and like him and Marnie, I mean, none of it makes sense to me.
No, I don't get it at all.
I don't get it at all.
I get what she's trying to show. Like, that is a common, like, thing that happens to a girl in New York, is they date, like, an older guy.
Yeah.
That is like that. But
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like theater. Like, these are theater kids because they're all fucking each other.
It was interesting.
Interesting. They are.
Ray finding out that his home in Borum Hill was, like, his aunt's that he was staying at.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is such, like...
That's how you have those kinds of politics these days, though. Like, the ones that he has, you
Amazing
really
deals.
only achieve them, like, honestly, if you live at your aunt's house. But it's like a thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't own the house, but it was my aunt's and I live there for free. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of thing.
You hear it every day in this house.
It's so real.
Girl, get your Glock. It's rapid fire time.
Are you a schoolgirl or are you getting schooled, girl?
Schoolgirl.
Why is Marty mad at you?
Because I left the drawer open. I left the cabinet open.
Classic. What's your favorite utensil?
Fork.
Why?
Prong.
What would you rather live in a nice building facing an ugly building or an ugly building facing a nice building?
Ugly facing nice.
Whoa. Voice of a generation, or at least a voice of a generation?
A voice of a generation.
What do you think heroin feels like?
Soft.
Would you snot rocket in a bath?
No, that was gross.
Period.
That was killer.
Not me saying period, say that. I'm so like,
Period. Period.
I'm on the pulse.
And that's on period.
That was amazing. And in closing, we do then versus now.
Move that.
And you're
bus.
actually like so good because you were actually there.
And you're
And
now.
you're now here. That's so rare.
Thomas John is like called his dad sir. It's like, is anyone doing that anymore? Are people calling your dad sir?
No.
No, it's so embarrassing. But someone did call you lady in your improv or your acting class.
It's like they didn't, but like I think it's like I can
Oh, you
feel
can
the
feel the
undercurrent
lady.
of lady. All right, lady. No,
Yeah.
they're sweetie pies. But you know, you're like, damn, I'm
You're miss to them.
madam. Madam.
That's so that asks you to confront so much.
Too much.
Too much.
Yep. It really, all on my face.
All on your face.
On my face.
Aubrey is being like, I made a mustard company. Artisanal mustard used to be so big.
I didn't know about that.
And I bought into it.
Yeah, it was so big.
Hot sauce, just condiments
Yeah,
generally.
The truff sauce of it all.
It was it was. There was on Bedford or Barry. There was. I mean, maybe it's still there. There was a whole hot sauce store on like
Oh, wow.
Barry fucking Avenue in like prime Williamsburg.
No, literally.
I always like to do the math of like, I wonder how many you'd have to
There's
sell
like
a month.
IPAs and hot sauce.
Yeah, no, not even beer. Excuse me, just the goddamn sauce.
It's so
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Ooh, maybe chips.
There's so many hot
Maybe
sauces.
chips.
People really cared about it. And now people are realizing if it's hot, it couldn't taste the same.
Yeah, but now
ones
everyone wants
sounds
to do their hot ones. Well, I'm on a hot ones podcast. I like ate wings this whole time. You just hear like me crunching chicken bones or something in the back.
You
Bone
guys
marrow.
didn't know this, but every single episode so far has been a hot ones. We just cut it out.
I think we filmed next to a hot
Yeah,
one.
we have a
Like,
filter over. Even though it's filmed, there's a filter that cuts out the chicken wing.
It's AI.
it's a mess.
Yeah, it's AI.
That's so funny.
Premiere Pro has so much to offer now.
And then her headband.
Oh yeah, when Marnie is just like, "Where'd you get your headpieces?"
Because right, she shows up every time, and there's one across the forehead. Right?
it's like,
Oh, she's
what
a
are you
bump
hiding?
it.
Good
She's
thing.
Really wearing a bump it.
Yeah,
It's so
Shosh
beautiful.
was wearing like
Shosha's work.
Work.
Shosh. I'm eating it up. I'm like, you look adorable.
They are adorable and they work, but that's what I love. The headpieces were like, it's coded like, oh, you
It's
suck.
like
You're a little
purposely to
try
be
hard.
like,
Yeah.
Are Brooklyn hipsters still marrying finance bros?
Yeah, of course.
That's a good question.
There's a classic relationship in this world, and people need to recognize this more. And I think there should be dating apps exclusively for this, where girls who do art should be dating men in finance. And there's such a pipeline. You'll see this everywhere. Or such a classic example: girls who do art, especially really pretty ones, are marrying guys in finance all the time.
Oh, interesting. I definitely think that's a later in life, like a second
yes,
marriage
yes.
thing, because it'll be like artist marries artist and then it can't work because it's just too
The
twin
star and
flamey.
star, yeah.
But then the finance offset, you know what I mean? He, presumably it's a hetero marriage, he gets the clout of her artistic whatever and she gets his money.
Yeah.
I feel for Jessa in this because everybody wants, and it's true, everybody wants to hang with the artist types and want to do that shit until the fucking, what do you call it? The
shoe drops.
the shoe drops, the foot meets the pavement, it's like the
ked meets the
metal,
Metal meets the
pavement.
glass.
the metal meets the road, the tire meets the road,
Oh, the rubber meets the road.
the rubber meets the road. And it's like, it's not that glamorous.
No.
Or it's very chaotic. It's very
Right.
cluster B personality. And it sucks.
like,
and
"I've
I
been
just,
living
when
in this
she's
every
crying,
day."
do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the crying at the end really gets me. Again, knowing a lot of people like Jessa, that like, man, sometimes you are just your own saboteur and you just can't help it.
Yes.
It's animalistic. It's like, to your core, that's who you are. And
Yeah.
sometimes you're like rewarded for it. And a lot of the time you are. And it's just like, maybe for every 4 times it's like that works and people are swept up in it. One time you just take it
It's
too
like
far
creative-
and it
it's like the
sucks. It's
really
a gamble.
creative
It's
folk.
it's the real risk of it all.
That's so smart.
That was
And I'm
moving.
thinking of so many tangible examples of my own life of
Right?
that right now that you said that. It was the best day ever. This was such a
know.
fun episode.
Anything left to say?
Anything left to say?
Thank you for having me.
I mean, it really was the highlight of my
I was gonna say
life.
bundt cakes don't exist anymore.
No, they do.
Are there? Oh,
They're
I thought
big
you were
in the
gonna say you
South.
actually did make bundt cake. I was about to be like,
I wish.
If I
need
brought that out right now, oh
Oh, I
god.
would be happy.
Oh
Get
my God.
popcorn.
Thanks for bringing
Cool
us
me.
popcorn.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to eat it.
Yeah, eat it.
This is all guests, future guests.
Yeah.
Here's the bar.
Take notes. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
being
so
on.
much.
Thank
We've
you
been
guys.
looking forward to this forever.
Months.
For months.
For months.
Scheduling conflicts. But I'm here now, bitches.
Yeah. And
Question mark.
everybody's here to say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be back next week. Rate, review, subscribe, all
Rate,
love.
review, subscribe.
Okay, bye.
Bye.